What is going on, Knicks Nation? It is your boy Richie from Knicks Media. I just got home from MSG. I witnessed the New York Knicks take on the Charlotte Hornets in the in-season tournament, and they beat them, as you guys know, 115-91. And the Knicks have advanced in the NBA tournament as the wild card, and we will be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks next week. Now, this was a great game, and I'm excited to give you guys my thoughts and perspectives from being at the game. And if you guys didn't tell, your boy was on the broadcast. Shout out to my guy Alex from Knicks Fan TV. He sent this tweet out to let me know that I was on TV. That's me and my buddy James right there. I don't know if you guys are watching the broadcast. You probably recognize me. If you didn't notice, I was on broadcast. If you guys have a clip of it, please let me know, because all I have is pictures. I have no idea what I was doing and how long I was on TV, but it is awesome to be featured on the great MSG networks, man. I think this was around the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter after the Knicks went on a little run after the timeout. Your boy was dancing, feeling himself, feeling great. I also got a brand new jersey that I'm sure you guys would love to see. It's my guy Mitchell Robinson, and that's who I wanted to highlight in this game. Now listen, Julius Randle, he absolutely filled up the stat sheet, and he's the MVP tonight. 25 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 dimes. But being at the game, seeing Mitchell Robinson do what he did, and I bet you the box score is not even impressive. Let me check. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, 6 points, 10 rebounds, 6 blocks, 2 steals. Okay, then I was seeing something right, because I watched an absolute defensive masterpiece from Mitchell Robinson when I was at the game. Me and my friend were literally watching that. I'm like, I could not have asked for a better jersey to cop in these brand new jerseys, that being Mitchell Robinson. He is developing into an absolute beast of a man. He's not developing. He's established himself in the NBA as one of the top defensive big men in the league, and arguably one of the better big men. I mean, I might be getting ahead of myself, but he is an absolute dominant force, and he's a big reason why these New York Knicks are doing what they're doing early on in the season defensively. They lead the Eastern Conference and are top of the NBA at a points scored per game. I think they gave up around 105 points per game. That is at extremely low, and it's because of the defensive anchor of Mitchell Robinson. And not only that, he had a crazy highlight putback dunk that I got to see a replay of. And remember, I'm speaking this based off what I saw on the court. Didn't watch the broadcast, didn't watch any of the highlights. But now we got to transition into Julius Randle. He had an absolute killer game, back-to-back games where he looked really good. We lost to the Phoenix Suns because of the Devin Booker ridiculous shot, but Randle did have a good game in that one, and then tonight he does what he does, big time. 25, 20, and 5. You can't ask for a better night from Julius. He just really looked like he was engaged, and I really wanted to notice where Julius's mind's at. When you're at the game, I have really good seats. I was like 6 rows up from the court, so I was really focusing in on in-between timeouts. What does Julius look like? Is he engaged with his teammates? And he looked all in. He was cracking jokes and during timeouts. He was, in the huddle with his teammates, being a leader. And that's something that I personally want to see from Julius more than ever, because I think that's what really will translate to his ability to be consistent as the leader of this Knicks team. One of the leaders. He's not the leaders. And that's the best part about this Knicks squad, folks, is there's not one singular guy. I think we can all agree Jalen Brunson is the number one guy. He's the face of this team. But you talk about RJ Barrett. You talk about Emmanuel Quickly. Josh Hart had a great game tonight. Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench. I mean, the Knicks are loaded with weapons all across the board, to the point where you never know who is going to go off. And it kind of hurts a gambling man like myself, who's placing some player prop bets on the Knicks tonight, and I always guess it wrong because it's a different player every single night of who's going off. Tonight, it was Julius Randle. It was spread across the board without him, right? RJ Barrett, 16 points. Jalen Brunson only had 12 points in this massacre. 23 points off the bench for IQ. Josh Hart, who just complained that he does not have a role in the offense, just dropped 17 points off the bench. And Isaiah Hartenstein got his usual 6 boards, with Mitchell Robinson being the defensive monster that he is. The beautiful thing about this team, is the depth. And that is the awesome thing that I've noticed, that I've grown to really appreciate with this squad, is that we are deep, and it's someone's night every other week. Every other game, we don't have to rely. Jalen Brunson had 12 points, and we blew out the Hornets 115-91. Now listen, we reversed the Charlotte Hornets without LaMelo Ball. This is what you're supposed to do. You don't want to get overhyped. But hey, I'm fresh out the garden. You feel me? I am going to be excited. Now, getting into the NBA season tournament and how it really works, it was awesome, first of all, to be at an in-season tournament game. The court looked really vibrant and kind of looked pretty sick, not going to lie. And you could feel the stakes were a little higher. And the fact that the Knicks ran up the score the way that they did solidifies himself as a wild card spot. So will they advance and beat the Milwaukee Bucks? I would love for them to do that. I'm all in on this NBA season tournament. Let me know your guys' thoughts about the in-season tournament, if you think it's kind of adding a little more flavor to the regular season. But the reality is these New York Knicks are playing great basketball, right? We had a tough loss against the Phoenix Suns, but they bounced back in a game they're supposed to win in dominant fashion, dare I add. Now, let me just check the standings. The Knicks are 10-7 right now, the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. Now, this is where I expect the Knicks to finish. If I'm being straight up with you guys, I expect them to be a top 5 seed. I really do. I mean, I would love them to get that 4 seed to get a home court advantage, and I know it's like so early in the season, but to be honest, I am looking at the standings, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, folks. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of your overall perspective and thoughts of the game tonight for these New York Knicks getting that W for the in-season tournament finale. We move on. Let's go. Let me know your thoughts, guys. It was awesome to be at the game, and let me know if you saw me on TV and hit that thumbs up button. Let's freaking go, Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. Let's go. Peace.